Hello, everyone. Welcome back to Draft Day Sports Pro Basketball 2024. In the last video, we went through the first dozen games of Season 5, and we finished 7-5, which is not bad considering, especially, we had so many injury problems. I do want to say that I updated. I went to the Wolverine Sports website, and I got the latest update on this game. And one of the fixes I saw was for the generated rookies to become progressively better over the course of their career, which is kind of one of the complaints I had about this game. It seemed a lot of the new players coming in weren't as good as the players that were already generated into the league when we first started. So hopefully that helps with that issue. The only other thing I can think of really is all the injuries. That seems a little bit excessive, but it is what it is. It does seem to be, it doesn't just target the team being played by the user. It targets all the teams equally, it seems. So, you know, it could be a lot worse. It could be, I'm still having a lot of fun with this game and still continue on, plan to continue on. Um, but it's been a week and it's been a pretty good week. A lot of things going on this weekend. We have WrestleMania if you're a wrestling fan. And I am. That is tonight and tomorrow. Also, the Final Four is tonight. So, yeah, that actually starts here pretty quick. We'll do this video, and then I'm going to read a bit, and then I'm going to sit down and enjoy the Final Four, and going to enjoy WrestleMania, and should have a good night. Um, I think that's all I've got for the intro here. We'll go ahead and jump in. And as you can see, as I said, we are 7-5. We'll check and look at the injuries. And we have Bryson is out for 10 days. But aside from that, everyone is healthy, which is uh, pretty good, all things considered, especially with how things have been going with injuries so far. Who's T. Rich? Is that a guy we just signed? Yeah, we just signed him. Yeah, he was the one. He's only a 1.5 star player, but man, he's a 100 from the outside, so he can really. He is a sharpshooter for sure. So, and also a really excellent free throw shooter from Murray State here in Kentucky, where I'm from. Of course, I'm on the other side of the state from where Murray's located, but I support all the well, maybe except for Louisville sometimes. I'm not a Louisville Cardinals fan. I'm a Kentucky Wildcats fan, but by and large, I support the schools in Kentucky, and Kentucky as a state, or a commonwealth. So let's go ahead and go through this first game. All right, we have a win. Andre Voskuhl with 20 points, 9 assists, looks like. We can go back and check. Right here. Here we go. Yeah, Aaron Fortson, player of the game, 26 points. Yeah, all of the starters finished in double digits. Parker had a double-double, 10 points, 11 rebounds. Crowley with 17 points. Bennett with 12 and 12, double-double for him as well. Voskuhl with 20 points and Fortson with 26. Although 9 of 23 is not great, 2 of 11 from 3 is not great, but we still won the game. We shot 30% from the 3, which is not great, but yeah, that's one of those games where shooting wasn't the best, but found a way to get it done. Let's see the rebounding battle. We out-rebounded them, and we also took care of the ball better than them. So that's how we got those extra 12 shot attempts. Anyway, we'll move on. And we have the Coyotes. Next, looks like we still have one injured player, which should be. I don't see how it can be anyone else but still Bryson, who's still out for 8 more days. So we are good on the lineup. Go ahead and play. And another win to go 9-5. Bennett with 19 points and 18 rebounds. Really going to miss having Bennett next season if I can't get him re-signed. 5 blocks as well, man. Just a great game. Daniels with 14 off the bench. Rich with 17. Now he went 3 of 10, so that's not great, but he went 8 of 8 from the free throw line. So I'm still happy to have him on the team. Because regardless, I mean, if you have a guy who you know can shoot, even if he's having a cold shooting night, if you have a team you're facing, you know, that it's gonna make them have to have make that guy a priority if they know he can knock baskets down, even if he's gone cold for one night. They have to make sure that guy is constantly guarded. So it takes away from them. It takes away the option of double teaming another player and leaving that guy open, even if he's having a cold night. So, yeah, even if you're a great shooter and that's your reputation, even being on the floor offensively, whether you're shooting great that night or not, is going to cause a disruption in the defense of how the other team might run their defense because they can't leave that guy open. So, always good to have a guy who can just knock down the three, even if he's having a cold night. Fortson with 28, Bennett with 17 and 18. We've already said that. Crowley with 23, Parker with 15. So another great win to go 9-5 now. And here we have the Blues, who are 4-8. We still have the one injured player, which still should be Bryson. So, yeah, we're still good. 4 games, 1 in a row. Keep moving on here. Okay, we did have a loss here, but it's no, kind of to a bad team, honestly. And we have an email. Okay, Bennett has a problem with Coach Jeffrey. So the thing about Bennett is we don't even know if we're going to be able to have him next season. He wants to become a free agent. So, I mean, I don't know if it's worth. I don't know if it's worth looking into that too much if he's going to be gone anyway. All right, we have the Spartans next, and things should be exactly the same. I'm hoping that the update I downloaded took away so many injuries, and maybe it did because we haven't seen any. I know it's been a very short sample size of days, but we haven't seen any to our team. We got a win there, so we can go back and look and see how we won. Daniels with 22, Rich with 15. Can we just sign this guy to a a lifetime contract? Um, yeah, shoots 52% from the field, 57% from three. My goodness, that is ridiculous. Fortson with 22, Crowley with 12, Parker with 12. 21-point win. So we are 10-6 now. We do have an injury, a new injury looks like. Let's see who we're working with. Anderson. Well, he's already down there toward the bottom, so I don't have to change anything. Let's go ahead and go. Okay. Another loss. I'm kind of thinking of switching things up. 10-7 is not bad, but I expected to be doing a little bit better, quite honestly. We'll see how this game goes. We have no injuries. So puts Bryson back as the sixth man. Yeah, this looks like a pretty good lineup. Let's see how things go. And, you know, if we lose this game, maybe I'll look into changing some things up. And we did. So, yeah, I think we need to change some things. 10-8. We should be better than that, I think. No games on this day, so we'll keep going. All right. Uh, let's see. We can try pace and space. I don't know that I want to change the defense because we're third in opponent points per game, 12th in rebounding. So defensively, we've been pretty good. Offensively, we haven't been great. So that's what I'm planning on changing here. We'll try pace and space first. See how that works. And maybe I might switch up some philosophies here a little bit. Let's go to my office. Let's up the pace a little. Whoa, not that not that much. My goodness. Come on now. Up the pace a little bit. I don't want to change too much aside from that. I like the defensive intensity. I like crashing the boards. We have great rebounders. You know, at least for this season anyway. Maybe next season we can change that, but as long as we have Bennett and Parker playing, uh, I think we're going to want to go for the rebounds because that is going to be a strength of ours for sure. Um, two guys who are bigger guys on the inside, so you don't want to just not look for the rebounds. So I think I want to keep those turned up. The defense is good, so we can keep it where it's at, and turn the offense up. Like I said, just can we turn it up just a tad? Yeah, I don't want to go that fast. I don't want to go that fast. Is there a way? Right there. I want to try right there. And maybe that will lead to that, along with going pace and space. Maybe that will lead to more scoring on our end. So we have a win here. So first game went well. After some adjustments, go look at how things went. And Steve Bennett still with 19 and 19. You know, as long as we have that dude on the team, I want to be going for rebounds. And once again, all of the starters in double-digit figures. We have a great starting lineup. I really feel like it. I wish Crowley was shooting better from three. Well, he's shooting 32% from three, which is not great, but you can see his shot chart here is not great. But um, you know, I don't know that I want him shooting a ton of threes because he's a 74 from the three. So, of course, his mid range is even worse, it says. But I mean, if you look at the shot chart, his mid range game is kind of not all that bad. So, but if you want to run like a modern offense, you don't want a ton of mid range shots. So, uh, maybe see how things go a little bit longer with him. Might change some things up on his shot selection. But can't complain with a win here. Let's keep going. And we have the Rangers here, and we have no injuries. So, yeah, things will stay the same, but I'm glad we have no injuries for the time being. You have the Rangers here, and there's a loss. So that's not great. They scored a lot of points too. One loss is one loss. I'm not going to cry over it too much, but we'll keep an eye on things and maybe switch some more things up if things keep not going all that great. We have another game here against the Dinos, and we have no injuries once again. So let's go ahead. And we won on the road. So 12 and 9. Bryson suffers another injury, unfortunately. Actually, you have two players with an injury. So no games on this day, so let's go ahead and keep going. And we have the Commodores next up. Okay, Bryson and Crowley both have injuries, so that's not good. Neither one of them are very long term though, so that's good to know. They want to play a click at the 3. Yeah, I mean, he can probably play the 3. He's 6'8". He can probably play the 3. It's not too far-fetched. So we'll run this right here. I feel bad for Mitchell. His minutes have kind of gone to Rich here because of probably because Rich is such a great shooter. All right, let's go ahead. All right, another win, 35 points for Fortson. It's yeah, the bench is not doing a lot for us, but I kind of expected that. I mean, our starting lineup is really good, and our bench is pretty poor. So, unfortunately, that's probably how it's going to go this season. But we're still not doing bad. I mean, we are now 13-9. We'll do a couple more games. And we have the Waves. Next, we have 3 injured players. So, and I clicked stats instead of depth chart. Here we go. Looks like Anderson also has an injury here. So, yeah, this still looks like Mitchell getting a few minutes here. And yeah, we'll run that. So let's go ahead. And we picked up a win in spite of the injuries. I don't like to use the word, this is a weird thing, but the word got. I had a professor in college that she I really like taking her classes. She was a great teacher of writing. I was a history major, and when I first started taking her classes, I think I had some potential as a writer, but she really taught me very well how to write an historical paper. And but one of her things was she did not want you to use the word "got." She said that there were so many other ways to say that word that were, a better use of words than to use the word got. Say they obtained, picked up, um, achieved, something to that effect. Don't use the word got. So even when I'm like typing a text to a friend or my parents, my mother, I try to avoid. To this day, it still sticks with me to not use the word got. Uh, so we picked up a win there. We achieved a win in the last game, and we have one more game here against the Racers, and hopefully we can pick up a win here. So looks like Crowley is back, and he can play the 3 now. Bryson is still out, but we'll be okay, I think. And we'll do this last game here. Okay, that was a loss, but in both videos we have went 7-5. So if we keep going 7-5, math is not my strong suit, so I can't tell you what the what the final result will be, but it shouldn't be that bad. Should win about 8 or 10 games over 500, I think, in the course of the season. So um, that's not bad. Maybe we'll see how things go the first few games in the next video, and if things still aren't up to where I would like them to be, maybe we can try an offensive perimeter pace or perimeter focused offense, I guess is what I'm trying to say. Um, how's the scoring going? Let's see how. Let's click on the dashboard. Is this how you get back to the dashboard? Yeah, here we go. So we're still 4th in opponents' points per game, and we are 10th in rebounding. Our points per game have not really gone up any. Let's click on the insights and see how things look there. We are 7th in 3-point shooting and 28th in free throw shooting. So 30th in steals per game, but I don't know how. I mean, obviously, the more steals you can get, the better, but sometimes I think that blocks and steals are a little overrated when it comes to stats. I mean, sometimes a few possessions can make a difference, but I would rather have a player that with just like lockdown defense that can disrupt a guy and stop him from scoring than have a guy who's kind of a poor on-ball defender and can get beat off the dribble all the time, but still get a few steals here and there. I mean, if you ask me which I would rather have, I would rather have a better on-ball defender that you know might occasionally get a steal than have a guy who pick up steals all the time, get beat off the dribble. So um, I guess that's maybe just a preference. Um, yeah, but things, they aren't terrible here. Ninth in field goal percentage. Uh, we don't lead anywhere, but overall, it's not terrible. You can check the standings real quick before we sign off. Um, 5th here. So yeah, 5th in the West is not bad. We would avoid a playing game if the playoffs started today. So can't go tinkering too much with things. And we're doing okay. Um, yeah, I think that's all I've got for this video. So if you like it, keep checking back. I know I've brought up the possibility of starting a college series with the college basketball 2024 version of this game, and that's still weighing on my mind. That's something I think I will do. I'm kind of waiting for a little bit of a frugal uh, personality when it comes to finances. Even if I can save a dollar or two, I will wait until a sale happens. So I'm kind of waiting until maybe it can be knocked off $5 or $10, and then I might pick it up and start that. I've also kind of thought about um, doing a series on if I can. The only thing that concerns me is I'm not the most computer. What's the word I'm looking for? Computer savvy person. My favorite game to this day that I can still sit down and play for hours is, I've brought it up in other videos, NBA Live 2004. There is a PC. That game was for, I had it on the GameCube as a kid and later on the PlayStation 2, but it was also released on the PC. So if I could get a copy of that and get it running on a Windows 10, then I would like to do a series on that and kind of show how I play it because there's a certain way you can play the Dynasty mode that I found that I kind of find addicting um, to this day. So that's another thing I've thought about, but that's for another day. So I've read online that with Live 2004, um, something in the newer versions of Windows was left out, and sometimes it can be hard to get that game to run. So I don't want to. It's about $20 to pick up a PC copy of that. So I don't want to spend $20 and waste it. Um, so I don't exactly know if I'm going to do that or not, but it's something I would like to do. But yeah, I think that's all I've got for this video. So if you like it, keep keep an eye open. I'll try to do probably another video next weekend. Maybe I don't want to say I'll do one tomorrow or before that, because this weekend is like WrestleMania and things. So I'm a little bit occupied this weekend. I don't know if I'll get to do another video, but I really enjoy doing these. And there's a few people that watch them, and I appreciate it very much so. With that being said, see you next time.